And we are live. This is going to be a live stream of me picking my March Madness bracket. We're about 1 hour. We're about 1 hour out, so this is really last minute right here. Not gonna lie, we did do a bit of research though, so we should be good with that. Not gonna lie, we did do a bit of research though, so we should be good with that. We did do a bit of research though, so we should be good with that. How's my audio sound? Not terrible. Okay, I can live with that. Let me go over here. Let me just throw up a little post for the guys out there. Let me just go to my YouTube channel. What's going on here? Why am I screen black? Why am I screen black here? Okay, that looks. Moderation activity is not hidden. This includes messages. Okay, got it. But I don't get why I can't see that. Oh, now it pops up. What the hell? I'm not picking Duke, but I'm about to pick my bracket. I think I have Duke going pretty far though. I'm just gonna have to screenshot my page because, of course, this is not working. At least my audio seems pretty good right now. How's the audio, Will? How's the audio right now? Let's see. I'm gonna throw up this real quick. So who we got winning it right now? Who we got? Well, I know you already got Duke winning your bracket. I haven't joined the group yet, so I haven't seen anyone's bracket. I kind of don't want to see anyone's bracket. Once I throw up these posts, I'm gonna be picking my bracket. I ran through a couple trials. I already have like 6 or 7 brackets made. How many brackets did you make? Like, is 6 or 7 brackets? Is that OD or what? Oh, you can't see them until the game start? I didn't know that. I think I'm gonna have Bama going all the way though. That's like what I'm really thinking. Like with all my serious picks, I have Bama going all the way. Can you stop? My dogs are going after each other behind me. My dogs are crazy. I don't even know if y'all can see this. Look at this. There's an all-out war going on behind me. Let me get my link in here. I really don't know who's gonna win it all, though. I feel like this year, like I feel like this is a year where not a number one seed will win it all. Like maybe we could see like a. I mean, Duke is a 5 seed, so that'd be a pretty high seed to see winning it all. But what if we got a double digit? What if we had a double digit seed winning it all? That'd be crazy. There's also a real last minute live stream we got going here. Link. Let's see. Let me get my link copied. All right, lit. We got our post up. Let's get into the injury report though, because I know there's a couple injuries going into this March Madness bracket, and I know people are picking upsets based on the injuries this year. So we got injuries to Houston. That looks like we found FanDuel. We went on FanDuel. I already got this set up. Oh, they're not even showing this on my share screen. Let me get this right. I think, do I have to do tab? Window. All right, here we are, yeah. All right, so yeah, we're looking here at the injury report here. And we got this guy from Houston. Oh, no, this is the Texas. Texas is number one? No, Houston. They just got Texas in picture. Yeah, Houston. I know that was their number one injury here. So Houston, they ended, I also got this here, the best conferences with the best team in each conference. So Houston ended up being the best team in the American. I'm pretty sure they lost the American Championship to Memphis, though. So Houston, they went 31-3, so they're filthy. Oh, FAU also went 31-3. So I know that was another big pick in the first round. I was looking at FAU and Memphis, and I was on the edge. Where's that FAU Memphis matchup? Where is it? I know it's on Purdue side. The heck is Purdue? Oh, is this women's? Oh, that's why. I was like, what? This is throwing me off. That was throwing me off big time. All right, here we are. So yeah, we got Memphis versus FAU. I did not know FAU was 31-3. And they won their conference. Or they were the top team in their conference. I don't know if they won their conference championship. That's why I was like, hey. Come on, you two. Can y'all relax? Boss saying he's going to bet through every 12 through 16 seed. I don't know if that's smart. Bet on Drake. But they're saying Miami has a huge injury. I saw this here, right here. Miami's guy, their 6'7" sophomore, is out. So I know they got Drake going pretty far. UCLA, I had them going pretty far too, but UCLA has 2 key injuries. What it looks like. So I think I'm gonna end up picking the Zags over them. All right. Let me see this. Did I name this one? No, I don't think so. But let me do a little intro. What is going on, YouTube? This is another little Jibby production out here. We're going to be picking our March Madness bracket. And this is going to be the best bracket out here. We're going to do some upsets. We got some good upsets out here. We got some good number one seeds going pretty far. And you guys are going to see what we're looking at. Right before then, we were looking at the key injuries. We saw some key injuries to Miami as well as Texas and Houston. We were looking at the best teams in the conference. We got the Big 12 winners, Kansas, SEC winners, Bama, Big 10, Purdue, Mountain West, San Diego, Big East, Marquette, ACC, Duke, UCLA, Gonzaga, and you guys see the rest right there. I am going to be focusing very mainly on the championships of the conference tournaments. I saw Texas won over Kansas in the conference tournament, and that was without their starters that are injured. So that was very interesting to me. But let's get into the South Division. Right now, we're going pretty simple with these. We're going to just go with Bama. Oh my gosh, how do I pick this? I just want to pick my team here. I don't even know if I'm in this correctly. I see this is the bracket. How do I make it? Men's Tournament Challenge. Here we are. All right. Here we go, guys. Starting off with the South. We're going to go with our number one seed, Bama. And now this is our first interesting matchup, Maryland versus West Virginia. West Virginia, country road, take me home. But I like West Virginia, guys, a lot. But I was doing some scouting here, and what they were saying is that West Virginia is a bit overrated coming into the tournament. So we're going to go with Maryland. Now we have San Diego State versus Charleston, I believe. And this is a pretty good matchup. They're saying there could be us up here, but like I said, I like the conference championships, the winners of the conference. So we're going to go San Diego. This is another upset we got here, UVA versus Fordham, I believe, the school. I'm not too sure. But with UVA, I don't know. They're usually always a good first-round team. They were the first number one seed to get upset though by a 16 seed. I will say that. I'm not sure how they did last year if they were in it, but UVA, they're usually always. I would say I'm pretty confident in them to make it out of the first round, but after that first round, it's gonna be a little iffy for them. Now this is when I pick my first upset. NC State. I believe they have one of the point guards in the backcourt can be NBA bound. Creighton, I was doing some research on them. They were saying Creighton could be a low-key sleeper pick. But I am liking NC State. Not FTU. I'm liking NC State over Creighton here. So I'm going to go with NC. Now we got Baylor, UCSB. I'm gonna go Baylor. I like Baylor. They've consistently been very good, and they're a 3 seed this year. So maybe that means they can make some noise. And my another underdog pick here, we're going with, I believe that's Utah State over Mizzou. You gotta pick a couple upsets here. I got 2 double-digit seeds moving on in this round here. We got NC State over Creighton, and we got Utah State over Mizzou. Here, we're going to go Arizona. Moving into the Midwest division. We'll go to the right here before we go down. Here, this is an easy pick for me. Houston. Even with that one injury, Houston still has a very solid defensive team, and I could see them going super far. After that, we got an 8-9 matchup with Iowa and Auburn. I don't know much about any of these teams. So let's just click this little research thing we got here. It says 9 seeds have won 11 of the 16 meetings. So going based off of history, we're just going to go with the 9 seed here. Now, guys, this is one thing I was looking at with the injury report. They were saying U Miami has some key injuries this year. So we're going to go with the Drake pick here. Indiana has the old Knicks coach, Mike Woodson. So we got the old Knicks coach, Mike Woodson here. I have faith in Mike Woodson. I want Indiana to go far this year, and I like their squad. They have a freshman that's very solid. So if they get that 12 seed with Drake too as well, I like their chances going forward. Iowa State Pitt. We saw Pitt go through. They were they had to play for their round in this championship. And I was doing a bit of research, and they're saying a lot of the playing teams don't win off rip. Iowa State's also a team that they're not confident in, but I believe Iowa State will be able to take advantage of seeing Pitt play already. Now we got Xavier versus Kenshaw, I believe. I'm not sure the name of this school. But I'm picking Xavier. Not much to that pick. Just a 3 over 14. Not FAU. Yeah. Now we're looking at Texas over Penn State. Texas A&M. Sorry. Texas A&M and Penn State. I've been hearing a lot of buzz about Penn State. So that's another high seed I'm going to pick there. I like this matchup, the 10-7. And like I said, I've been hearing a good amount of buzz over Penn State. 3-3 versus the top 25 as opposed to 4-1. 10-10 in the conference. Honestly, they're saying the Penn State is a good chance to make a deep run. 60%. They're all close games. Maybe, all right, I'll take the higher seed Penn State here. I don't know how I feel, but like I said, I like Texas. Even though Texas did have that little injury there, they still ended up winning the Big 12 conference, and the Big 12 conference was the best conference. So now we're done with the South and the Midwest. We got both of those filled out. We got some double-digit seeds. We got Drake in there, NC State, Utah, and Penn State. So we got to get them out of upsets in that first round there. Let's take a look at the Eastern Conference. So we got Purdue versus FDU. I'm going to go with all my 1 seeds. I don't think I can see the 1 seeds losing this. Now, in the past, I was very going with Memphis in this FAU matchup because Memphis has Penny Hardaway. And, if you guys don't know Penny Hardaway, then you guys are sleeping big time. But Penny Hardaway is one of the GOATs. He could have been one of the best players. He was compared to Magic coming out of college. And now he's coaching Memphis. And Memphis also has 2 really good players coming up. I believe Penny Hardaway's son is coming to Memphis. But they are versing a 31-3 FAU. Now, FAU doesn't play in the best conference, but they did go 18-2 in the conference. They have just 2 regulars tall. They only have 2 people taller than 6'4", so they don't really have height. I don't know. I like Memphis. I'm gonna stick with my man Penny here. Now we got Duke versus Oral Roberts. I really like Duke. I can see Duke making a run in this tournament. They're coming off the ACC champs, and I believe their team is just now starting to get healthy, which is a good sign. Tennessee versus ULane. No, that's not ULane. I don't know what UL is. But Tennessee has some key injuries from what I was seeing. Let me go back to this here. Texas, they were saying. Tennessee, yeah. 1-2 since losing their star point guard. Wow, their star point guard. I think that is a recipe for disaster. So we're going to go UL. We're going to take UL in the upset there. because they're saying Tennessee lost their starting point guard, and I just believe that losing your starting point guard will be a huge blow. Now for the 6-11 Kentucky Providence. Kentucky has been inconsistent as hell. They've just been so inconsistent that I have no faith in Kentucky going forward. So we're going to go with Providence. Maybe Providence can make a sneaky run. Maybe they can be my double-digit seed to make a Sweet 16. I don't know. Providence, maybe. Thank you for the other person jumping in here. We're just picking our March Madness bracket right now. Right now we got the 1 seeds. All the 1 seeds moving on right now. Houston, like I said, we have the first round of the South and Midwest complete right now. Right now we are looking on the East. We just got started, and once again, I'm picking the higher seeds. But here we have our first double-digit seed upset in the East Division. We got UL over Tennessee, and I'm picking that because we got Tennessee with some key injuries. And I got another one right after that, Providence over Kentucky, because I'm saying Kentucky is very inconsistent this year. Even if Kentucky beats Providence this first round, I got them losing to Kansas. Kansas State has NBA-like talent on the court. I believe they have very stellar bigs. They played also in the Big 12, I believe. And the Big 12 was a crazy conference. Let me see their matchups. Yeah, they had Kansas, Texas, Baylor. They beat Baylor twice. I kind of like Baylor. They're sneaky. Beat Kansas 1-1, Texas 1-1. Those are 2 teams that I have going pretty far. So I think Kansas, even if Kentucky gets through Providence here, I think they'll lose to Kansas. Here, Michigan State over USC. Marquette over Vermont. Moving on to the West. I'm sticking with my higher seeds here. Going Kansas over Howard. Howard, I believe that's HBCU. So I would love for them to make a huge upset. That'd be sick. But I got Kansas. They won last year, and they're looking pretty scary this year. I'm pretty sure they made it to the Big 12 championship, and they were the best team and the best conference in the league. This is a pick'em 8-9 matchup, Illinois versus Arkansas. This is going to be, I got Illinois here. I'm picking the higher seed. Arkansas, they've always been solid, but I was looking at the matchup a little bit and looking at the conferences, and I like Illinois. I like Illinois here. Now we got VCU versus St. Mary Christian, I believe. This is another interesting matchup. St. Mary's is pretty high. They're pretty high. They beat Texas by 30. And VCU has a couple losses. I might have to take St. Mary over VCU. Maybe this is the year that weird conference actually does well. I believe St. Mary's is in that same conference with Gonzaga. And originally, I did pick VCU in one of my other brackets, but now that looking at it, I kind of like St. Mary's and UConn. I like that matchup because I have faith in UConn this year. UConn came in as a huge underdog, and now it's time for them to make some noise. Now we're looking at that another ASU was another team that I had to play to get in. And so, like I said, I'm always going to pick the team that is going against the play to get in team. TCU, they saw ASU play, and I believe TCU has a lot of talent on that squad as well. And so now we're going to end with the Zags because we're not picking a 14 seed. 7 over 10. I think I could go another double digit here in the West spot. So we're going to go with Boise and UCLA. So now we're done with the first round. First round is complete. Let's work our way back up to the South. Now, Bama versus Maryland. We're going with Roll Tide. And now San Diego. Now UVA, like I said, I like UVA to get through the first round. I don't know. I don't even like UVA to really get through the first round. I just have them going out of the first round based on strength. And they also said ACC was a bad conference this year. How they doing? They did okay in the conference. They're good defensively, and they don't put up a lot of points. This is this team's first time in the home run in 43 years. Well, I already got them losing. So we're going to go San Diego because I think UVA might even lose in the first round. Now here, NC State versus Baylor. Do I want a double-digit seed making the Sweet 16? This is one of my double-digit seeds that I think can do it. Because Baylor has lost a lot of games this year, and NC State gets hot at the right time. They are another team coming out of the ACC conference that was not that strong. But Baylor also did not do great in their conference. They're about the same when it comes to scoring. They lost to Kansas by 6, Miami, Virginia, Clemson 3 times. That's tough. It's hard to pick NC State over Baylor there. Honestly, I would like Creighton. Maybe if I pick Creighton here and then I pick Creighton over Baylor, do I like that more? They're saying 3 seasons have won 9 out of 10 matchups, so I'd be very gone against history there. That's interesting pick. That's very interesting. Because I want to go with NC State over Creighton, but they're saying Creighton has more of the Cinderella story. So I feel like Creighton has a better chance of making the Sweet 16 over NC State when NC State is coming out of a terrible conference. So yeah, I'm going to do that. Now I'll do ASU, Arizona State there against Creighton. I like that more. I do like that more. So I am going with a lot of the higher seeds. Now we're going here, Purdue versus Memphis. They're saying Memphis is already a little overhyped, so we're going to go Purdue here. And then we're going to go Duke. So we got Duke versus Purdue. I want to make a double-digit seed to make the Sweet 16. What double-digit seed has the best chance of making the Sweet 16? Because I could do Providence over Kansas State. I could do Providence over Kansas State. Do I do that? 3 and 5. Because do I have a 3-11 up here? I think I do. Oh, I did. That'd be taken. Okay. So I'm thinking, let's go Providence. Let's go Providence and Marquette. Providence and Marquette. That's going to be our double-digit sweet, making it to the Sweet 16. I think that might be our iffy pick right there. Because then we're going to go Houston here. Oh, Drake. Drake was my other. That's what I did in my other league when I had a double-digit seed making the Sweet 16, Drake. But I don't like them beating Mike Woodson's team, Indiana. I like Indiana. I really want to see Indiana do something this year. I don't know. I don't know yet. But let's just go Xavier because we know Xavier. They're going to knock out the Cyclones. Xavier was looking pretty good this year. Like I said, I like Texas. I like Texas there. And then we could do Indiana or Drake. Drake. I don't know. Do we want 2 double-digit seeds in the Sweet 16? Because we already have Providence. I'm going to take Kansas to go here. UConn versus Kansas. The Zags versus UCLA. So that's settled. And do we want another double-digit seed in the Sweet 16? Because we also like Indiana a lot. I think I'm going to have to go. I like Drake as well. And then what if San Diego State gets taken out right away? Drake. I don't know who to pick. Drake or Indiana. Come on. Comment who I take. I know there's only 2 of you guys in here, but what are we thinking? Drake or Indiana? I think I gotta go Drake. I think we gotta go with Drake. I think we gotta go with Drake just because of the name. All right. So now we are in the Sweet 16, going to the Elite Eight, I believe. We're going to go Bama and Zona. Do I go shoot? I feel like this is where Drake has the end of their run because I like Houston in the Elite Eight. I really like Houston in the Elite Eight. So if I have Houston in my Elite Eight against, do I do Xavier or Texas? Xavier or Texas? You know what? I'm sticking with Texas. I had Texas going far all the way, so we're going to stick with Texas. Now going down here, I'm picking Duke over Purdue because I don't even know if Purdue makes it that far. They're very fluky. And we got Marquette. We got the Zags over UCLA because UCLA has some key injuries. And then we're going to do we do UConn or Kansas? This is another big pick right here. Because Kansas is one of the best teams. They didn't have any injuries, did they? Did Kansas have any injuries? Yeah, they did. He's fully available for the tournament. I like Kansas. I think Kansas is going to get by UConn. So then, now we are looking at our Elite Eight matchups. Bama, Arizona, Houston, Texas, Duke, Marquette, and Kansas, Gonzaga. A lot of 1 seeds out there. A lot of 1 seeds out there. Now this is where things really can get dicey. This is where things get really dicey because we're looking at, do we want a 1 seed? Do we want all the 1 seeds to advance? Like I said, my championship pick. I think this is where I have to decide my championship pick. You think Indiana? Yeah. Dude, I was thinking Indiana too, but I just think there might be that 112 seed. Yeah, maybe I should be smart. Maybe I should be smart and pick Indiana. Maybe not let my Because this is gonna be my bracket going into the money. Because then if I do Indiana, I could have Indiana beating Houston, and then I could have a 4-2 here. Because also, if Indiana gets Drake, I think they have a better chance of beating Drake. You know, they're a double-digit seed. Houston is hurt, but also Houston is still nasty. Even when they did lose to Memphis, so maybe I could have Indiana go into my Elite Eight. So Indiana, Texas, Bama, Arizona, Duke, Marquette, and Kansas, Gonzaga. Kansas versus Gonzaga. Let me start with the East, or the South, I should say. All right, starting with the South, we have Alabama versus Arizona. Looking at these matchups, I really like both of these teams. I think whatever one of these teams wins this is going to win the championship, not going to lie. I like Bama. We're going to go with Bama here. So we got Bama coming out of the South. And who do we have coming out of the Midwest? We can either have Indiana or Texas. Texas won the Big 12 without their guy. Who's their guy here? Texas. The spark plug. I like Texas. Texas might be my sneaky guys. So we're going to go Texas over Indiana here. We're going to go Texas over Indiana. And then we're going to go, do we go Kansas or Gonzaga? Kansas or Gonzaga? What is this looking like? If we're going with history, number one seeds have won 14 of 17. So I think we got to go with history here. I like Kansas. I really like Kansas to come back. And then we got Duke or Marquette. And I think this is when Marquette's, they're not Cinderella, but because they are high seed, but I think this is when Marquette's run ends. And Duke, they're very sneaky. They got a lot of top players, a lot of NBA talent. So this is what our Final Four is looking like. Bama and Duke versus Texas and Kansas. Bama and Duke versus Texas and Kansas. This is crazy because now we're gonna have to go with, I think we're gonna have to go with Bama. I think we're gonna stick with the 1 seed. And now Texas versus Kansas is a Big 12 rematch. And it is also Kansas. If they win this, they will be in the national championship once again. This has the making of Kansas winning back-to-back national championships. Or do I pick Texas, who beat them in the Big 12 championships? Do they have Kansas' number? I think that Texas have figured out Kansas, and they will beat Kansas again, making it Alabama versus Texas in the national championship. Here we have the SEC champions against the Big 12 champions. Texas, they haven't been here in a long time. The last time I've heard about Texas is when Kevin Durant went there. Alabama hasn't been here in maybe even a longer time. The last time I heard about Alabama was when it came to football. But now it seems that the big football schools are now basketball schools. We got Bama taking out Duke, a football school taking out basketball school, Texas versus Kansas, another big football school taking out a basketball school. And which football school will come on top? Alabama. We got the Roll Tide winning the national championship. And we're going to have it with this final score of, what do these guys usually match up with? 80s? I think this will be a high scoring finals. So I could see this being more of a 77-72 final score. Alabama, they are going to win the national championship. It's crazy, guys. I think this right here is the championship bracket. Let me just submit the picks. Oh boy, what a bracket. You guys seen it there first. We got the NCAA tournament coming up in about 30 minutes. We got to submit our bracket, guys. Thanks for sticking around. Maybe we'll do another live stream, but I just wanted you guys to see my March Madness breakdown. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like and comment if you guys have made it this far. My dogs are getting crazy. I think they're a little hungry for breakfast. But let me know who you guys got winning the national championships. Peace out.